Hi everyone again. We want to continue with our series regarding the whole journey and how to navigate it the better way. So it's as smooth as easy as possible and to get you more understanding about every stage of the journey. So today we wanted to talk about this moment that you start to breaking up. There's this period before you even get ignited that you start to pile up your experiences that are negative. They are not according to your soul's journey. You kind of go against your true path, and it's very often related to your karmic relationships that you have. So these are the moments that they lead to this breaking point. And here, this is the part of your life, the moment in your life that you kind of try to convince yourself to keep happy no matter the circumstances. Your soul kind of internally feels that something is missing, something is not entirely right, but you kind of force yourself to try to find this happiness no matter what. You try to even push through that. But there's a few points that are missing in this period, and it's just we will try to explain like what is really missing during this time. Tia, floor is yours.
Yeah, remember about those days when that transition, talking about it, that at some point in your life you're like, there's something within me, something is not happy, something I'm missing. You're forcing, you're trying, you're pretending that you're happy, you putting this face masks in there in front of the society. You may be having a good car, good job, all this, and through our friends and family, you kind of like have this, oh yeah, we're doing good, I'm okay, I'm all right. Inside of you is just this guilt inside of you that comes in and talks about it. It's like, why do I feel like this? But what you're missing is there that that only leads that you begin to understand you're missing something about love. That is the love within the soul. You're missing a soul connection with the partner because the life that you have right now, it's shallow. It's not complete. There is something, as Paulina said, is missing in there. And a lot of the people, what do? They're maintaining this unhappy state of life. And you show up who? Your kids, what that empty life is. And they seen it. You think they don't? They do. So talking about in this, you may gonna go through a rough time. Maybe man, it's hard to talk about this for some reason. That throat chakra sends me back like 10 years ago. I remember those days about the breaking up, but you feeling like you're longing for something internally inside of yourself, and you think it's related to someone. Actually, it's related to you. You missing the love and soul. And now it begins this deep, deep, deep situations that you're lacking satisfactions of life. You're lacking enough of things that like, what happened to the happiness? What happened to the love? You're trying to deceive with your partner, but your partner, you don't have soul connection. It doesn't exist. And you're like, what is going on within me? And now you begin to breaking this point. And then it's these breakdowns, there is these situations in there. And look at it within yourself. You're trying to push it, away, but it's keep coming back. It's keep coming back in there. Push from the soul is like, hey, have you look at it, me, that you also have soul. Have you look at it within you. You also have a soul love. Is that person loves your soul, and there is a snap moment inside of you that happens in there. And giving back to you about
Hmm.
this.
I wanted to talk more about this longing for someone out there because I think it's very common, especially for those twin flame dynamics. Because it's like you feel that someone out there would be better match. Someone out there will be completing you. Someone out there will give you this perfect love or this deep relationship that you imagine for yourself. But in general, those are some kind of like instincts that are your soul is speaking, or just try to get you on the right track. But we kind of try to pretend that, it's just some kind of like a dream. We should just really focus on our life. Like, don't dream about something out there. You just try to be happy with whatever you have. And at the same time, we start to blame our partners for, oh my god, if he would be different, things would be different. If he would be more like this, it would be different. So it's a blaming for a partner, but also you're kind of blaming yourself, because you don't know if there's something wrong with you, like why you're not happy with. Apparently you have all you need in life, stable life, family, and all this, but still it's not make you happy. So you are kind of this into two states, because you're kind of maybe feeling guilty that you cannot be happy with what you have. So we tend to have very dramatic relationships that are based on, blame game, who's doing what, who's not doing things right, and just trying to find the answer, like what's really going on and what is bad. But as Dio said, like one important part is missing, this true connection on a soul level, based on openness, based on truth, and based on this true love. But it cannot be developed if we don't see this love in ourselves first. But it's just this period that you try to find something out there. You feel that there is something out there for you. You cannot even name it. You just see that, oh, there is hope for me, probably somewhere down the road. But we are kind of maintaining this passive state. um, but as we were discussing, at some point it will break. Like, we all have those moments that it's at some point we'll say, like, it's enough, like I really, I cannot stand it anymore. But until it happens, we very often distract ourselves. We tend to work too much, or we tend to try to find as many friends as we can, or go to parties, go try different things, just to take off the focus, just to try to do whatever we can, just to forget about this unhappiness that we have.
Talking about this, sends me back in time, and you may try to get with the partner and see how it is, and you tell him things, but things is gonna crash one thing after another, one thing after another. At some point, you may feel like, I need to run away. I need to bolt out. Okay, I have to get off in these situations because you don't understand the process. Another thing that goes on in there, you become a hermit mode. You cannot explain what's going on with you. They asking you, and you're like, I don't know why I feel like this, but there is something's missing. And you're like, I don't want to talk about it because inside of you is this fight that's beginning this process of breaking up. You feel like you're breaking something, but you don't know what is breaking because you didn't see on the other side of the wall. Picture it like this: all your life you've been living from a there is this wall in here, and you've been looking at the culture or society, whatever they told you, and you've reached that wall that it's disconnect you between what you are and your soul. And now your soul is breaking up from this side. You're feeling it. There is a knockout on this, but there's still the wall in here. And you see only from this point. And you might find out that hermit mode. But also as a distractions, you can distract you in any way possible. You can have overwork, maybe 2 jobs. You also can distract yourself playing the video games. Guilty on that, right? It's like, oh yeah, I can do my chores like a man in the house, but the rest of it, I'm not worried about it. I'm not paying attention to you. I'm just here. And inside of you, boy, inside of you, you're not happy. You operate with this. You begin to understand that is your kids is looking at you, but you're not the same person. And it's like, what's going on in here? Those moments you're gonna begin to kind of like really breaking it up and there. And as I said, you're operating from the old way, but the drama that it's there, it shows you what you need to fix there. The drama needs to be Go back to you, darling.
Yeah, on a positive note, there's
Yeah.
some good news in all this. Throughout this stage, you will be getting some intuitions. They are very dim because you're not connected to your intuition yet. But you will get those callings, or you will be trying to get out of it, like get out of the relationship. You will have those moments that you will have a talks with your partner. Maybe you want to even break the relationship, but there's always something that will be holding you back because it's either it's uncomfortable to end a relationship and start something brand new, or maybe there are kids, maybe there is financially it would be too complicated, or maybe you're not ready, maybe you're afraid to be alone because you've never been alone, or maybe that was your first relationship that was long enough and you kind of got used to it. And also our minds, we are getting used to the situation, so your mind cannot even imagine how your life can be different, so you just accept the things as they are because they are like it's not perfect, but at least I'm stable. I know that that's what I know. We are afraid of something unknown, so we are just kind of keeping in this like a floating state. We kind of sense that something inside is talking to us or wants something changed, like something is not right, but we tend to really pretend that it's our. From time to time we just have those worst moments, but we keep ignoring them. But this just proves that, those intuitions on a soul level, it's always there. It just gets louder and louder and louder if we keep ignoring it until at some point it starts to shout basically. So
Yeah, that's shouting. When you guys talking about here, learn that quote. Uh, if you zip it up your soul that he's talking to, he's whispering you in the beginning. Then he's beginning to talk a little bit more louder. You don't hear it, a little bit more louder. You don't want to get into the state that the soul is shouting at you, because after that, there is nothing else but you are going to be not having your internal peace until you're breaking up. What happens is, as I said, the soul is breaking the wall. And when the soul breaks the wall, it's going to come in and tells you, hey, you see me? I'm your soul. I've been talking to you all along within the intuitions. And there, for some of you, you're going to be feel like, what happened? What is the things? And you're going to find out what is the situations in there. Is that a family, that a finances, is whatever that might be, and so on. There is, you find things in there. Your mind is all messed up. It's like, what is this process? What is going on? You might even end up in this intense energies in there, like you shouting all of a sudden. You just, what is going on within me? Ah! The good part is there. The good news is there that you're gonna find time that is gonna be like, you know what? I needed 2, 3 days for me, and you bolt out. You getting in there, giving you little nuggets. That's what I did. I told my ex, it's like, you know what? I need 2, 3 days for me. I just need some alone time. During that alone time, you're gonna begin to hear it. It's like, let me understand what is this is all about that happens from within me. Let me see what is this. And I'm going nuts. Why this is unhappiness. You begin to reevaluate your entire relationships in there, and you're gonna find out, are you afraid to change, or the change is coming to you? And what are you gonna do about the change? Is the change gonna make you happy? And continue why you're not happy. What happened with your love? What did you not know about love? And all this breaking point. You're breaking yourself out, like the breaking down. Guys in the army, they break you down, then they build you up. It's the same process, but this time you are breaking yourself down, and you're the one who built yourself up. Four. So this could be a lot of changes from within you, but those changes on that you feeling it deeply within yourself. And it comes to a certain point that you actually decide, like, okay, I don't know what is it going on with this thing. I don't understand this soul, but all I know is like, God help me. You're asking the divine for help. It's coming into that point. We're gonna talk more about on that one. But when we're talking about this, you're gonna feel from time to time that calling. It's like you want to make the calling in there, but you don't know why. You don't know why the reason is. So go back to you, darling, about it.
Yeah, I think that would summarize this stage, I guess. It's just to summarize, it's just this moment that you kind of piling up all this unhappiness that you can imagine throughout your life experience within your very unconscious state within your life just to reach this breaking point. I don't want to go into the next stage because I don't want to keep that
Yeah,
one long. We really want to focus on a specific stage by stage. Um, so I think we can leave that. What happens after you actually break up, after it's enough, and you really start, questioning everything, like what is happiness, and just really calling to something out there. You may not be spiritual at this moment. I wasn't. I was just asking myself. I looked all around me, and I knew that something has to change. And I had no idea what happens after, because after that universe responds. And I think many people can agree on that. But that's gonna be for the next time, for the next
yeah.
minute.
I just wanted to add that on that stage, that fight, internal fights of the breaking up from within you, begins to understanding this conflict in you, and that breaking point when it comes in, be a more honorable, be interesting within yourself to find that true self. It's gonna call you to get to that true self inside of it, and that's when you break, and that breaking point is probably one of your best happening because it's free up the tensions from within. That is it. When you're breaking it, that wall from within yourself. Yes. So that's all I have from me. If Dalek want to say something else. So,
No, I think we are good here. I
all
think we'll
right.
touch base soon.
All right, guys. We love you. Thank you for watching, and we're gonna keep doing what we do. I got some more videos for you guys. We love, guys.
You know.